Oh no. Oh no 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 no.
Alright, I got the Discord notification up. Okay. Alright, let me familiarize myself for just a second.
Wait,
Also,
you go live instantly?
Yeah, I just went live instantly. I didn't do a loading
Oh.
screen. I didn't think it'd fit very well, because I don't know how to mute it to where it doesn't, like, go through to the light, like, where it sounds on OBS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, hello, people.
Also, what is up with the wide eyes? Like, why does this look like I'm on cocaine? Like, holy moly, this is the eye of a straight go happy serial killer. Like, oh my gosh.
Gosh. Hello, everyone.
Byxis, good morning and good afternoon, everybody. We're back with another early morning collaboration with Ron Kinbekami. Go to his channel, show him some love, please.
I need coffee.
You need coffee? I'm sure we can get you a coffee. Would you like a water?
You'll be shocked to realize this game has something you call the speed slurp.
The what?
The speedo slurp. You see what's on my hand right now?
Speedo slurp. What is
Yes,
that?
You can look on my hand right now. I'm right in front of
That
you.
looks tasty.
See that?
Where do I get some of that?
Yeah. There's a vending machine over there. So just take a slurp, and this is what happens. Oh,
Right, Hey, oh.
Help! Help!
Oh my gosh! Catto Drifto! Catto Drifto! Oh my gosh!
Help!
Shit,
Wait.
I want to try that.
Okay, it's only 10. It's only
Alright,
10.
Speed Slurp Extra Large.
Yeah, that one. You're gonna have to open your menu and then use it.
I was like, I gotta go to my backpack.
Yeah, you have to open your backpack.
Alright, so now I just like right click to drink it?
Yes. Oh, and it only happens when you sprint. Oh!
Oh my
There
gosh!
you go.
Sheesh!
There you go.
Oh, this is crazy! Also, good morning, Shammy! Good morning!
Hello. Let me give you an ad lib.
That is insane. Man, look at my eyes. I am wired.
Let me just give you an ad lib.
Hey, yo, ad lib.
Buffed.
I'm just gonna listen while I'm like, my eyes are just like, I'm wide awake right now. Like, this is crazy. Alright, got my fishing rod. Okay, I need clothes. I'm naked right now. And I don't have clothes. Alright, I guess I'm naked for a while. Alright, so I can only mess with my face, and can I have a fang? Or a snaggletooth, or... Oh, no, you know what? I'm just gonna...
Yeah.
There we go.
You know...
Now I don't look as insane.
There's a fun thing that I can do with the guitar. Listen closely.
What are you gonna do with the guitar?
Can you kind of...
I feel like I know what you're playing. Like, are you actually, like, playing the instrument?
Yes.
That's amazing. That's brilliant. I love it.
Wait. Hold up.
Also, Shammy, this is Webfishing. This is a online collaboration style game where you can hang out with friendos, go fishing, rummage around a campsite, go hiking. It's so much fun. And today we are going to be doing a bit of a talk show. And we also have our fish counter up above as well to count how many fish we get today.
Yes, sir. Yes, we will.
Also, I love your look over here. Like I don't know why,
Thank
but
you.
like I feel like it fits you.
Oh, it does it?
Yeah, it's just like a very comfy looking vibe. Dun 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 dun.
No, not that one.
So I'm assuming like I get fish and I can sell the fish, and then that way I can do like
yeah,
more
you can
stuff.
upgrades and all that. So how about we start the morning / evening with a fish? Come on, let's go.
Let's start this evening with the fish.
You know, this is basically. How about we take a virtual stroll around the lake?
Yeah, show me around. Show me around. I wanna kind of get to know the place.
Oh, this place is big though. So first you got the main pond.
All right.
And so this is where you would get most of the, I think freshwater. Yeah, freshwater fish.
Alright, so this is
Right.
freshwater. Okay.
Yeah. There are multiple places for you to fish actually, but around these, think of it as like a national park, but there's no animal, mostly just fish. National aquarium,
You know, I just
You know,
realized I can just
so like
throw my
the-
bobber anywhere.
kinda. So think of it like this, right? In some small ponds here and there,
Okay.
and then over here, near the spawn, you kind of have like a little waterfall for someone who's really
very
feeling it.
It's very zen. Oh gosh.
Oh, well, we can't swim for some reason,
I
but that's
fell
okay.
in.
You know what's funny? Because this game has so many functions that you can think of it as like Mario Odyssey. You can just like
Did you just do a jump tunnel?
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
the Fall Guys stuff? Oh my gosh.
it kind of is too.
It is great.
So,
Why
you know
is that
what?
actually good for traveling though?
Yeah, it is. Well, follow me though. Over here.
Alright.
Where you going? Oh, you
I've
gotta have to
fallen
stand
and I
up.
can't get up. Someone contact Life Alert, please.
There is no sight of lifeguard, so I can't be sure to help you there. But then also we also have another fast travel method
Oh my
that we
god!
call the blue shroom. Oh, did you? Yep. So bye.
That's so good. Oh my gosh. Whee!
Yeah, nice. So when you're over here, we also got the lighthouse. Yeah, you kind of go up there for the views, but if you really like the oceanic,
Can you fish off of
oceanic views, you can also go fish like saltwater fish in the ocean.
that? Oh, okay. So like I can saltwater fish too. All right, that's nice.
Yes. But then, do you ever feel like you want to go stranded on an island? You
if
should
it's
follow
an
me.
island-
This is an option. Wait, hold up. Can
Option?
you step away a little bit?
Alright.
You see this flag?
Yeah. Travel.
Yep.
Okay.
We are
alright. Man,
now stranded.
we are completely isolated in the middle of nowhere now.
But I say I don't like this island. I like something that we can have a little bit of everything,
I
right? So
feel
let's
like
go
it's
back.
good if you just want to get away from people that are like in the lobby. or
Oh,
something.
because it is for that method. So
It
here's what we're
is.
gonna do, right? I'm gonna place down the medium island.
Oh, there's sizes to the islands?
Yep, and in here we have everything we needed for a good trip. Oh, wait, no,
Sell
not yet.
bait.
Let me just.
Oh wait, I can just purchase bait for like nothing.
Well, that's only the that's only the warm bait.
Can I set myself?
Hey,
on
let me.
fire?
No, sadly. Hey, let me ask you
Fine.
something. Do you feel like you need therapy?
Always.
Oh, okay. Well, I got you.
Oh
Therapy
my-
chair.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Hop on. I'll be
is
your host
this?
today. All right, I'll be your host today.
How do I?
So
lay
how
down in a
about-
chair?
Oh, you can just press C and then you choose the sitting button. Right. So how about we set up a little bit before we start, right? Let me undo that prop actually.
This
That's
is
so
fine.
cute.
This is fine.
You fell off. All right. Let me just place that there. All right, because I'll be your therapist for today. Let me just place my chair.
My mental state is currently in the palm of your hand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the look of everything is Daijobu, but I'm trapped within my own within my own mind.
Do not worry, my friend. You will be zen as soon as we start fishing. This is great, though. I love this setup.
Yeah. I
Oh, you know what you
right?
can do?
Yeah.
You can press N to open up free cam mode.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, go ahead. Be my
Heck yeah.
guest.
This is perfection right here. This is the great game.
I know.
Man.
So how about we start with some therapy fishing, right?
All right.
Alright,
How do I
let's
get
sit-
out of camera? Do I just hit escape?
Oh, just press N again.
I'll press N again. Okay. All right. So I
There you
just right click the water or left click. The
No,
water?
no. You hold left click to really adjust your reels. You can sit
Oh.
from here and fish. You don't need to like stay so close.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm just gonna reel this back in then.
Yeah. Feel free to. Feel free to.
Alright, here we go. I'm just gonna sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's how you control it. Oh, it's you hold it down. Okay.
That's right.
Alright, I like this. I like this. I like this.
Okay, so this is the kind of game where you can sit down with your friends, fishing some funny fishes, do a little talking, and especially you invited me, your guest today, as your therapy assistant. I am here to help you feel happier, feel zen with the fishes. Feel free to take the day slow.
Oh, God.
Deep breaths. Yes, do not worry. The fishes are your friends. You're gonna have to tap on that one if you need a instruction.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. It's not gonna get away from
No,
me.
no, no, no. You only need to tap on the stop
I got
pitch.
a leech. I got a leech.
Welcome.
Bringing
First
back
fish.
old school medicine. Heck yeah.
This game have some of the greatest lines I have ever seen. By the way, like just catching some fishes. Read the line.
I really can.
You will love the rainbow trout.
Wait, what?
There is a rainbow trout.
Ooh, I want to catch that.
Okay, no more spoilers. Let us start it. So today, we came up with an idea where we would like to sit down together, have a little talk while we're doing fishing, because that's what the homie does, right?
Yeah. So today we are doing a more of a like talk show kind of vibe, where we're just gonna catch some fish. Relax. We're gonna talk about maybe some of the current states of VTubing that have been going on lately, which, you know, to kind of start us off, like, Ron, so lately I have been getting a little bit more active on YouTube, right? Like, I have been trying to find new friendos, people to collaborate with, kind of invite into the community, things like that, kind of spread out, like, get my, like, you know, kind of, like, put myself back out there into the current open market of VTubers today. And, you know, I've noticed, like, there's a lot of VTubers on YouTube right now. Like, there's a lot of them.
It has been an expanding marketing, I guess. You know, it has been an expanding market, kind of.
Yeah, it's just, I feel like it's become way more prominent ever since, like, a lot of the policy updates that have been going on over on Twitch, you know? Like, have you heard about, like, some of the stuff that's been, like, kind of going on?
Yes, I have heard. Because actually, it's so unfortunate. You know, when they say Twitch is actually a very good platform to grow on if you're, like, so invested into it.
Yeah.
Also, like, you know, Twitch has so many more features that can help you interact with your people. Like, you know, having a better time when it comes to YouTube. Because if we have to do a comparison, YouTube has been a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, I will say it's been kind of weird lately with the way they've been kind of like updating the UI. They've been changing the way I think some parts of the algorithm are working and stuff. And I know the meta for streaming currently, and especially with like VTubers, is you basically have your main channel on Twitch, and you have one main channel on YouTube. One's for, like, you basically have a collection of them, actually. It's like, you have, like, one for VODs, one for clips, and then one for, like, regular content upload. And that's been kind of, like, the steady meta, especially amongst IRL streamers lately. But, you know, with, like, Twitch, like, lately they've been kind of going out there and, like, attacking, I think, VTubers recently with a lot of the, like, policy changes. But they're not upholding the same standards to, like, IRL streamers. And it's becoming very apparent, even with, like, the CEO situation, that even he, like, kind of somewhat in the background, almost kind of just doesn't really seem to, like, have control of the situation at the moment. I think it's kind of driving some people back over here, honestly.
It has been unfortunate, and I would say, since you have introduced us to this topic, I guess we can start off with a hot take, kind of. Yeah. In which, you know, we could go deep into many aspects of the current situation, as in from why is there so many more VTubers, why is a VTubing community growing so big, what's going on with with what is currently the state of Twitch or YouTube. How does it affect content creators, not just VTubers alone? I feel like there is many takes on this topic, and we could go so deep back in a lot of things. Also, I hope you like the fish descriptions.
Let me see. I have caught a rainbow trout. It is 62.76 centimeters. The fishes are gay. Good for them. Good for them.
Good for them. Oh, actually, do check on your salmon again. You gotta like it.
So check out my salmon.
Yeah,
Wait,
salmon.
is it like in my bag? Or do I just
Yes,
go to the description?
You just open up your thing and then go to either journal or you go in your bags.
Alright, I don't have anything in here yet. I have a Nerka. Oh, it's Sal Goodman. Oh my gosh, it's a pun.
This game is full of puns.
Also, welcome in, Smirk. Welcome in.
Hello, Smirk. Microscopic salmon. It's 13.93 centimeters. It's Sal Goodman. Damn. But this is great. So let me see. Where do we start with this topic? How about we start on the core and basics? What brings the... What's the right word? What brings the good point? Or, what is the selling point of a VTuber?
Honestly, I feel like the biggest thing is the anonymity. I can't say this.
Anonymity. The availability of being anonymous. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's very important, especially with the way the internet is today. The importance of like hiding your identity, making sure you're not leaving as much of a digital footprint, and it's like lately, people have been especially for IRL streamers, eventually you can use the clues of their background and aspects of their streaming and timing and things, and you can very easily locate someone. I know because I've been a technical victim of this amongst my friends that live upstate. They have literally used and timed how far it takes me to go from work to where I go to pick up my food, what days I pick up my food, and then how fast it takes me to get back to my computer, and they literally managed to figure out the apartment complex I was in.
Well, that is very extensive. That is very extensive.
Yeah, they just hopped in the call and said, Bix, so would you perhaps live in this area? I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, by the way, you ran out of bait. You gotta need to go and buy some more bait.
I need more bait.
Oh yeah, while you buying bait, you can sell the fishes too.
If I do not go get more worms.
Ooh. It's known at November, but is your channel technically for kids?
No.
Really?
I can say puns and be unhinged if I want to.
Oh, you sure? Because I don't think it's actually called masturbation. I think it's called single player.
I said master of baiting. I did not say that word. Ron.
Okay, I'm sorry. Why, yes. That was a little out of sight.
It's actually funny because people every once in a while be like, "Big stop," and I'm like, "What? It's not a kids channel."
Because I swear I remember listening to one of the jokes that one of the, I think, comedian that I followed, he actually said something in the lines of, "It's not masturbation. It's called, single player intimacy."
Hey, there's nothing wrong playing with a joystick not hooked up to the TV,
You're right.
There's nothing wrong with that. You're not insane. You're just very lonely.
You're not wrong for playing with the Willy, but not the Wonka. okay. But okay. That's not it. Sorry. I have been reading my books on how to be an extrovert, and now I can proudly say I am an ambivert. I am still half I have introvert. An ambivert.
What is an ambivert? I barely know what the word extrovert and introvert means. What the heck is an ambivert?
So it's basically mean you can be both extroverted and introverted depending on the situation.
So I guess that might be me as well then, maybe? I don't know.
Well, technically, sorta, yeah, but then also you're gonna have to take in whether you're coping with your situation or not.
I mean, I cope by talking.
I'm
I
so
do know
sorry.
that much about myself. I cope through talking and trying to make jokes out of situations. I sadly know this because of the self-reflection I had after giving a speech about a concentration camp in college one time.
If we have to, let's make this talk show like once every 2 weeks and then call it the introverted fishing.
Yes, the introverted fishing.
I love it.
Oh,
Yeah, I love these ideas.
Yeah.
But extroverted people actually have this very I would say abundant amount of energy.
I agree.
And
they have
they
way too
are-
much energy, and they keep trying to pawn it off on me. Go away.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing because they have so much energy. They can give you a discharge, right? They can pass that energy onto you, but then also they are recharging their energy as they are talking to you because they like you.
It's like, whereas with me, it's like if I talk for like more than 5 minutes, I need to go lay down.
That is actually very true. You know how like when you go to the office and then like you only sit up for like 5 minutes on the
it's actually kind of funny. I don't
either
mind
on customer
talking
service,
to
you
my
know.
coworkers. I don't mind. In fact, I actually need to talk to my coworkers to stay charged. Like,
Really?
Otherwise, my job just like I feel like my job sucks more energy out of me that I need to like go talk to someone to kind of like center myself or something, you know.
But these are also only the few selected people, you know.
Yeah,
So
very,
that
very
kind
select people. I
of
don't do it with everybody.
and that is the difference between an ambivert and an extrovert. It's like you can go talk to people and you will enjoy it. It will give you more energy, but it has to be specific. Or it's gotta be like introvert, where you just stay in the house and you be like, this is so much better. This is zen. This is cross-fishing.
I do like being in the house, but then it's like I need to go outside and like soak up some sunshine. Otherwise, it's like I feel like life is pointless and like why am I locked in this prison cell that is of my own design? It's like I need to be free. I need to express freedom and so I just go drive around my town for like a while.
That's very American of us, actually.
I literally just crank my radio or listen to like whatever YouTube video that like catches my eye, and then I drive with the windows down. I'm just like, heck yeah,
man.
just
That's
channeling my inner Gosling, you know.
Well, because what was the thing that I was about to say? Shoot, I forgot. Because I was about to say, I actually really hate having sunlight on me. I feel like I'm kind of weak to the heat. So let's just say if I have to say what season I enjoy American winter. I had been there once and I love it.
Enjoy American winter, but Ron, I'm curious. Do you like go outside a lot?
No, actually.
No, you don't. So wait, but sunlight drains you?
As in?
Like if you like I feel like for me, if I'm inside too long, I need the sun for energy. But like I don't like being in the sun for prolonged periods. I prefer to stay inside. You know?
Well, the thing is, I don't like the contact. I don't like to, go into contact with direct sunlight. I tend to have extra coats when I'm going out. Like, maybe like
Are we sure that you're not a vampire?
Yeah. I am not, and I can guarantee you that.
A little pasty over there, buddy. It's like, are you getting enough sun? Like, I feel like
I don't like the taste of hemoglobin. Okay.
So you're a vegan vampire. Gotcha. Okay. All right. You're a very rare case.
You don't call that vegan. I mean, well, let's just call it. I would say I'm just don't like the heat from the sun, and I don't like getting my skin getting contact by the sun. Yes, it sounds very vampire-y, but It's actually not. I just don't like the sun.
I'm just a little
It
worried
makes
for you,
me.
so I just make sure I don't need to go get my steak, you know.
It's okay. It's okay. It actually makes me overheat a lot. I feel like I have this condition where I am easily overheated.
I feel that,
Yes,
but,
that
I'm
affects me.
fluffy, so it's like I overeat very easily.
Yeah. Well,
gotta stay
again,
cold.
back to the. I think we can go back to the introverted extroverted topic because that is. Oh yeah, you only need to click on the bait once to buy all of them to refill to restock.
But Ron,
Mhm.
I like
Yes.
pressing it.
Yeah,
I
no
like-
problem. You
I
like
like
clicking.
pressing-
You
I
like
like
clicking
clicking
buttons. Go ahead.
things.
No problemo. But then also, let's go back to spawn for a little bit.
Okay.
So before we
I've
continue
made
with
like
that topic,
$120, so hell yeah, I want to go back
Oh.
to spawn.
you can upgrade your fishing rod.
Wait, where do I get clothes though? I'm naked. I'm so
Oh,
cold.
follow me in the house. Let me give you a tour inside, and then we can continue our
Oh
topic.
my gosh, it's
So
so
on
much
the-
bigger on the inside than his outside. How is there a hole in the floor?
I have no idea. On the right, you have the cosmetic witch or rat lady, and then you have the grand toad where he will upgrade your rods and all stuff.
Oh my gosh, I love the starlight. Do I want to spend it all? No, I need clothes. I need to stay focused. I need clothes.
Yeah. And then once you go out, you will encounter the flag again to go back to the island. So don't worry.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, our islands is always sunshine. We don't have rains over here, so that's another thing to be mindful about. You can get special fishes when you fishing in the rain, but we'll get to that later.
Oh really? Like flying fish?
Come here, big sis. Come here, big
Wait,
sis. So hot,
I need
even your room you will
clothes,
overheat
though.
the electric
I
fan.
I need clothes.
Yes, you can buy clothes.
I'm buying clothes.
Okay. So because I moved from America to Southeast Asia, and now I am, technically stabilized my life in, my mother's home country. I would say, I can relate to Shami. It is super hot in Southeast Asia.
So hot, even your room will
Some
overheat
might say
with an
it's
electric
hot.
fan. I cannot go 5 feet from my electric fan, Shammy. I cannot. I need to stay close to my fan.
Oh, do you see the flag? Oh, there you go.
I see a paw print. Oh, there's a quest board.
Yes, that's
Oh,
right.
I got bounties. Okay, all right. I'm a fish bounty hunter. All right.
Mm-hmm. You are. There you
Alright.
go. This game just brings out so many joys for fishers.
I look just a little less depressing now that I have actual like pants and clothes on, even though it looks like I don't.
It's just because it has the same color as your skin, though.
That is true. It's like I'm blending in. I
Mhm.
look like those I look like in RuneScape where everyone like changed all their clothes to like the least textured, and then they put on the tan color. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The freaking naked man
The basic.
epidemic we had for a long time.
Oh, wait. Where are you going?
I don't know. I lost sight of you.
You gotta go back to the flag. It's at spawn. I set the flag at spawn so you can
that's
get back to
right.
it
Are you
easily.
sure you don't want to go somewhere else, like on the reserve?
Oh, you want to go around the reserve?
Yes,
Sure, we can
let's
walk
go-
while
let's
we
go-
are.
let's go check
Okay,
out
let
the
me-
a little bit.
Let me clear it up over here then.
Oh my
Alright,
gosh,
I'm
he
coming back.
disappeared. He has no way back, guys. We gotta send out the National Guard. Oh wait, there he is.
Hello. Alright, let's take a stroll. No. But you know what I can do to you?
What?
This is a robbery.
What do you mean this is a robbery? What? I didn't even see what you
Uh,
did to me. What was that?
This is a robbery.
Oh my gosh, are you punching me with boxing gloves or something?
Yes, I am.
How did you do
Alright.
that?
Well, you can buy one once you upgrade your fishing
I gotcha. I
uh,
just didn't see
pole
your
thingy. But
hand.
we'll do it later. So now let's take a walk. You can choose a place where you want to go fish.
Hi.
Oh, you can press number 2 to just take out your hand instead.
Oh, not all the mushrooms are bouncy. Aw.
Only the blue one.
Only the blue ones.
There you-
Got you.
You wanna sprint around for a little bit?
Yeah. Whee!
Yeah, I figured you would do that.
Of
I'm
course,
coming.
if I see the blue mushroom, I'm gonna bounce off of it.
Right, but let's take a walk. We could do like a beach walk. You know, people in beach cities, they actually take beach walk to really relieve the stress, especially if they want to go out. It's
I
actually
do
very
like
nice.
the art of this game. It is very
Mhm.
like I feel like I'm in like an art museum watching an exhibit, and I will say I really much enjoy like how peaceful it seems.
Yeah. You do feel like RuneScape, but it's not actually RuneScape. It's mostly just, you know, graphics, and then you
I
kind
like
of
how anything
get the
low
feel of
graphics nowadays just immediately RuneScape reference.
RuneScape.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
RuneScape
then also
reference.
the vibe of this game is very it's very Animal Crossing. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I would say this is more Animal Crossing. Honestly, if they added like more Animal Crossing elements, this would be like amazing.
It would be.
Imagine if you could just like collect seashells and stuff on the seaside, or get like buy like properties and stuff to like expand.
You really could do that once the game updates, and I would
Yeah.
love to see it. Such a great addition. And okay, so you wanna take your tiptoes down to the water?
Yeah,
It's
it's very
cool.
cold. I like it. I'm gonna cool off right here for a second.
Yeah, that's great. Actually, I love that idea.
I don't know why,
So
but like every time I see water, like during the
Mhm.
day, I'm just like, man, I want to go jump in that so bad, but I don't want to deal with the consequences of being wet.
you know what do we like?
What?
Water levels in games.
Yes. You know what my favorite water level is, and this is gonna get a lot of people heated, especially if you're a Dark Souls player. But I love Shrine of Amana. If you've ever
Oh,
seen that
wow.
run.
I think I've seen a lot of players. Actually, I go back to the N64. I love that deep level. You know, the one where you fight the eels.
Oh wait, what? Well, on what game?
So you know, on the Nintendo 64, you know, Super Mario 64, right? So there is a level where you can go
I
deep
have not
down
touched
to
that
a
game
to
since
a
I
boat.
was like 5 years old.
Yeah, I love those though. I would still play that again to this day.
I would too, but like I just don't have anything to like play it on or
No,
anything.
I'm out of
Because
it.
Nintendo, if I played it on an emulator, oh man, I'd be hit with a lawsuit brick faster than a Mike Tyson right hook.
Right. Yeah, that reminds me.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, by the way, when you're reeling in, right? So you see those bars, right? You only need to click on the bars. Other than that, you can just hold your mouse to reel in faster when you got a fish.
Yeah, no, I'm holding it down to like reel it in, then I'm like mashing away to like actually like capture it.
Oh no, you only need to mash on the bars, and then other than that, just hold
Mash
it.
the
Yeah, make it
bars. I've
easier
just
for
been
you.
mashing the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah, I know you're mashing everything.
I'm
Alright,
mashing
but
every
then
smash.
since now we are practicing our extroverted half, I would like to go back to the topic actually.
Okay.
So this is actually very, I would say not detrimental, but it's very intriguing because most VTubers actually have this. I would say 80% of them are introverted, if you really think about it. You know, like even speaking logics, when you are a VTuber and then you want to become a streamer, first thing you might want to start on, you know, in your mind is, oh, I'm a little too introverted. I don't want to show my face, right? So
Yeah.
having this, I would say, lacking in confidence in yourself kind of brings it to you like wanting to use like a virtual, you know, a virtual avatar. So then
I feel like-
that virtual avatar would also express your personality in a way. So that's why, you know, some
Yeah, we-
people
we
spend a lot
basically, like,
on
we imprint
models.
our personality of like who we want to be onto the avatar in the hopes that being that persona online rubs off on us IRL, and it's like in the wise words of Korone Gaddago, have confidence.
Yes, have confidence.
Have confidence.
Until she see fire in water, where she go, water in the fire. Why?
Oh my gosh.
I remember that.
I love Korone English. She is actually what got me to want to be a VTuber, actually.
Mixes, you don't have to tap everything. Just hold when the bars are gone.
Wait, what?
Mhm.
Just what?
So when you're fishing, you have these bars that stop you, right? You only need to click on those. Other than that, just hold.
I am clicking the bars.
Yeah. Right. So you see the bars with the numbers when you're reeling in, right?
Yeah.
Once you click those away, you can just hold your mouse to reel in faster. Like don't make it hard.
I just have to hold down my reel, or do I just keep clicking?
No, just hold down.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna trust you.
Okay.
Also, welcome in, Devil. Devil says that I can confirm I don't want to show my face because I look like Yandere Dev IRL. Oof, that is a steep allegation right there.
Oh, please don't be too well, I would say some people got that, close to allegation profile. So I would say don't be discouraged because something is so prominent to, to allegations. You might look like him, but you're not him, and be proud of that.
Exactly. As long as you're
let's make
not
it
writing out like 10,000 if statements, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. I did do some reading on that. Did he actually use like so many if? What do you call it? So many if and else.
Yeah, he uses exclusive if then statements is what it is.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
It's the lowest form of programming imaginable, and while it does get the job done, you'll end up writing out like millions of lines of code in the process of doing this.
You technically don't have to use that loop though, because there's also the while if you really need to run a task, then like you could really place a condition there and then skip the if else, because if else kind of runs on all condition until it finds the proper one that you set up. Because if not, it's just gonna bypass that and then everything just kind of fell apart.
Also, welcome in, Nart. Welcome in.
Hello, Nart?
Also, I did fix the volume a little bit. I am sitting a little bit further away from my microphone, but I did adjust the Discord volume, so I apologize about that.
Right, but okay.
But yeah, no,
I love how this yapping show makes us stray on so many topics. I actually kind of like it.
We just kind of casually wander off. That's a
huge
big
fish.
Swordfish. Oh my god.
It's called a marlin. Oh yeah, you can catch a whale in this game. Just a little spoiler for you.
I want to capture the whale. But yeah, no, it's like with VTubers, what I've noticed is that like a lot of successful ones are like very extroverted, but then it's like a lot of us on the lower like part of the end of the community, like we're a little extroverted, a little introverted at times. But like eventually over time, like we become extroverted, especially like once we like find that like one person that we like attach ourselves to. Or it's like the more like experience we get with like talking, and honestly it's I think it's a very pleasant change. It's like nice to like kind of like grow in that regard,
That's true. That's fair. I do like that actually. But then also, because of how we are advancing, in the VTuber community, where people would be able to make models that really express the personality of the owners. So I would say we have gone on a long journey. Also for rigging is also the same for that. We have been very expressive over the years.
Rigging has come such a long way. It's amazing.
Yes, it's actually wild to really understand how we have progressed.
Walking animations now. Can you believe that? Walking animations.
2D walking animation.
Walking animations, like we can lean forward, lean out, have hand movements. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the leaning is actually great. I love to see that. But then also, oh yeah, right, I forgot. So for anyone who's new, hello. My name is Kinbekami. I'm an office VTuber. I'm half Vietnamese, half American. So welcome, thank you. This is not the first time I've been here with Byxis on his channel. We mostly do Monster Hunter, but I love to do fishing today, and this will be the official release of what we will call the introverted fishing.
Introverted fishing, yeah.
We love to see it. Well, we will have so many topics where we will start yapping about, and we hope that we could really shine on with some topics to you all, sharing some interest that we have to you. Oh, nice glasses!
I got glasses!
I love
I
that.
can see now with my wide eyes.
I love that. It looks great on you.
Thank you.
Actually, hold on. Let me put a glass on my model too. I need to see. I really need to be able to see.
I look like I'm on a fishing trip with my dad.
I am. You're my dad.
I'm your dad. I look like little Timmy, just like happy to kind of be on a trip or like vacation or something.
Me and the bros go fishing, but no one can tell which one's older.
I know, right?
We tried.
It's like two daughters at the mall, and they're like, one person's like, "Oh, I love like your daughter. She's so cute." And it's like, I'm the mother.
Yeah, it's basically that. It's so nice though.
Oh my gosh.
Some of the wholesome family moments. But okay, so
Also,
that is
welcome in,
basically
Flash, welcome in.
when it comes to VTuber models, it gets really extensive. But now if we go to steadily going back to the topic of why we're doing VTubers. For some it's not really just about being introverted. Some is about the art. It seems like they enjoy what is, playing a character behind an avatar. And it's a very real cases for some people where you would meet them in real life and then you realize, oh, they're not the same as they, as you think they are on stream. And it's, it's a very real, I would say, situations for some VTubers that is growing indie, I think. Do you think it's actually a big issue when it comes to having different personalities in real life and also as a VTuber?
I think that's fine, actually. I think that's fine. I feel like maybe sometimes, because there could be a lot of reasons why this takes place. Like maybe you want to just be an entertainer. Maybe you just like want to put on a show. Maybe you want to be someone different, like who you are. Maybe you feel like your personality doesn't really match your model. Oh my gosh!
It's one of the greatest things I can do.
Dadgummit. I can never tell when you have the freaking boxing glove because it matches you so well.
Yeah.
Also,
it does look a
welcome
little
in.
bit
Hope you're
different.
doing well.
But yes, I would say because sometimes people really have different lives compared to their online lives, and some people don't really realize it. And then it's especially hard. Like it's especially hard when you are doing like real life streamers, right? So sometimes even for real life streamers, they play a character. So let's just say some, I would say, alleged profiles, but also very prominent, right? So I would like to use Dr. Disrespect as a
I feel like
as a model example.
Great example for this. Yes, I agree.
Despite all allegation, he's a very great example of playing a character because he's nowhere like that when it comes into real life. That's for sure. So, like, and then when people meet him in real life, they kind of realize he's not that kind of guy. He could be a sweet guy.
It's kind of like
nice.
one of the boys, like when you like meet. I heard he's like actually like very great to be around and very like friendly but like still like he still has like a really great like presence.
Oh yeah, but then also the allegation kind of debunks that. So I would say he's a whole different person outside. Still on the topic of very different online compared to real life, right? So that's different. Yeah. That's very different. It's like and because sometimes people are scared of being judged, And that's one thing growing up.
I think this brings up a great thing from Devil. Is like Devil saying playing a character sometimes is also a form of protection for your identity. So it's like so that way you have like that separation between your IRL life and your streaming life. Because like imagine like you get like really popular. It's like that identity of like the character you play as online is good, so that way people don't like immediately like recognize you like IRL.
That's true, but then also we will go into that topic in a little bit because it's actually very detrimental to all VTubers that we all need to learn, right? But then, it's you could say it's also really the code switching. Sometimes sometimes you could really be conveying your character, or you would say, your another personality of your in the, but in a form of a, how to say. In a form of a avatar. So for say people who have multiple persona, for say, right? Now this is very real to everyone, right? It's actually very real. You could have a whole different character, a whole different personality to what you're seeing, to what people are seeing you, and then you could basically switch on that. Yeah, that's basically what Militia would be saying, like, yep, that's the character. That's true.
Yeah.
But for some, it's basically just a character that would like to put on the onto show, So sometimes there's a little different in that too. So those are, I would say, some of the reasons why people would want to become a VTuber, right? Because first of all, identity, like real identity, is a real thing. Oh yeah, this is an open field. You can just walk around.
Oh, I can't go into the forest. No, I want to go get lost.
So that's the first part. Second part is mostly just, I would say, them playing a character, enjoying what is the art of being a VTuber, enjoying the feeling. You can just sit down on here with me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
You brought the cold ones? Alright, yeah, let's crack these open real quick. Yeah.
I brought the royalty-free YouTube jam.
Royalty-free YouTube jam.
No, listen to it.
What?
Yeah, try to turn on the music and listen to it.
Alright, hold on.
It's royalty-free all the way.
I want to listen to the boombox. Let me turn off my BGM real quick. And
yes.
Alright, so let me see. Settings.
Do you hear it? It's so original.
I don't hear it.
You have to confirm and apply it.
I did.
Oh. Let me try a new song. Do you hear it?
No. Am I deaf?
No, check on your settings again.
Alright, I'm going to settings. Music volume is 105%.
Okay, and make sure you press apply.
I did press apply.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, then make sure you check around to see if there's any settings. Like, check on the main setting and scroll down a little bit to see if there's anything.
Nope.
Oh, I don't see it. Shoot.
Nope.
Miscellaneous. Oh no. Okay, let me just take the boombox back and then try it again.
Oh, wait.
Do you hear it?
Wait. No.
No.
No. I'm deaf. I've just been telepathically communicating with you the whole time.
Oh lord.
Yeah, my voice is in your head.
Okay, you know what? How about a cozy fire again? There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're nice and warm, and we're definitely.
Yeah, let's just crack a cold one next to the campfire with the boys. And over there is raining. You can see the rain clouds over there.
Wait, rain clouds where? Oh my gosh, that is a rain cloud, dude. That thing looks angry over there.
It doesn't have thunderstorm. It's just raining.
Oof.
But okay, so next part we would say for VTubers, one detrimental thing in their career is when you get realized, right? When you get recognized, I would say. So it's basically to connect. It's gonna be connecting the points that Devil actually stated on chat.
Yeah.
Playing a character sometimes from a protection so they don't get recognized so easily. That's the thing, right? So yes, that applies, but then also sometimes people have really good cognitive recognition, So for say,
very good at like sussing people out. Yeah.
Well, not even really sussing people out. It's just basically cognitive recognition, I would call it. So
think
think
I've
of it
only
this
ever been
way.
recognized like one time. It was on accident from a
One time.
coworker. He goes like, "Wait, hold on, are you this on YouTube?" I'm like, "No."
Oh. Oh, because
No.
that is actually very real and very prominent. Because think of it this way. What if one day someone just happens to remember the way you speak, the way you sound like,
This
the
is
pitch of
why.
your voice?
This is why
Yes,
you gotta keep them on their toes.
that's right.
You need to don't let them know your next move.
The tone of your surroundings. So that is actually something that VTubers also kind of have to face. Well, not just us anyway. It's mostly other people, but we have it easier because people don't just see us in real life. People don't know our faces unless we show them. So for some, at least for some VTubers that are growing right now, especially in some countries, they would say getting revealed, right, or getting their real face posted onto the internet, it's something very detrimental.
Yeah.
Right? It's actually super detrimental. It's
I feel like we take this a little bit for granted though, because like eventually it's like you are gonna have those moments where someone is very potentially going to find you out. But but let's take it a step further. I want you to imagine a timeline. Imagine years down the line when you like hang it all up, and there's just like some like 5-year-old kid or something who's just like, "You sound like this guy that used to live stream." I feel like it's gonna feel way worse when you're like a lot older,
I'm pretty sure it will.
Like
It's gonna be a whole memory lane kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like all your core memories unlock at the same time, just like
It
oh
really does come
gosh.
back. So yeah, and this problem also kind of comes up with returning VTubers also. Like maybe you have a new identity and then people kind of recognize you from the old identity. Sometimes it's not a big deal. Sometimes people just don't care. But sometimes when people are trying
unless you're like
to,
really trying to separate yourself from something bad that happened. Like
not entirely bad happen either. Sometimes it could just be you moving on from a character, right?
But like that
Kinda
could
like
be a good thing
leaving
though,
them.
because like unless you're like really trying to kill off like your past life, it's like it's a marketing thing, It's like sometimes it's like you want to play like a different character, but maybe like you still would want to like your old fans are still gonna like want to follow you and stuff,
Yeah, that's true, but then it creates this very, I would say, very awkward situation where some fans would love to see the old image more than the new one, in which it creates this very complex dynamic of, I want to see the old you, while you're trying your best to be the new you, but not leaving what is essentially you.
I think
Does that
fans
seem a little bit too,
mostly respectful about it though? Like, I mean, yeah, there's still the old like how you interact with like a streamer, and I understand the feeling of some fans. Like they want like the good the old interactions and stuff. But I feel like the most fans, if they follow you over, they do a pretty good job of adjusting to like the streamer's like new identity, personality, or content or whatever. If like they're like really like interested in the person.
That's very true. So
like,
I would love
look
to
at the
take
Dragoons. Like the Dragoons are a great example of this,
Well, yeah, but I don't know much about the Dragoons because maybe I'm just missing out. But I would say a bigger example would go back to Puppy on chat. Filthy Frank is a very good example on, leaving an image behind, but then also being very nonchalant about it. Also, being very simple about it. Now, because Filthy Frank is not a VTuber, but it does extend to the topic of what if you leave behind an old image of yours, but then you don't have much regrets, but you just want to move on to another another project. You want to do something big on a new on a new character, on a new personality that you want. And I would say, Filthy Frank, or we would call him Joji by now, is such a great example for that.
Do you remember
some
when the
people
internet
just
melted
could not
down
that.
making the connection. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Joji feels like a modern day Superman. It's like it took me a second to make the connection, and I didn't really. And I just discovered Filthy Frank at the time he moved on.
It does feel like when you first found out that Clark Kent is Superman. Yeah, it's
like
really
2
is
years
like that.
later, the internet had a meltdown because people were like, "Oh my gosh, he used to do all these like weird and terrible skits and things," and people were like, "Just chill, like he's just living his best life."
But that's the thing, because actually he didn't just leave the whole the whole image alone for no reason. I would say there's a reason to it, and based on some articles and maybe just my own research and my own assumption, I would say he left that image of Filthy Frank for the greater good.
I think it's mostly because he wanted to go into like being a singer. And
yeah, because he does want to be a singer.
Yeah, but it's like, when you have the chaotic gremlin personality, also welcome in Liv. Definitely, I hope you have a good time relaxing with some web fishing. But like,
another fisher.
Like, I think, and I can bring up an example of this. If you've ever seen Dantes, the League streamer. Like, Dantes is locked out of a lot of career opportunities because he has the whole gremlin persona unhinged, and it's like, from a business standpoint, there's a lot of businesses that just aren't going to want to associate with you if you do not do your best to try and leave that image behind and separate yourself.
That's true. The thing is, a lot of research actually were to say that Dantes did not just I would say accidentally have a terrible microphone, terrible webcams and all that. He did that intentionally, Some blogs actually does state it out that he does that because it is what makes him so prominent.
He has the whole back in the day Xbox party persona going on,
back in the day gremlin Xbox thing. Yeah. He really does. That's true.
But I will say what Puppy or Raccoon is saying, the reason he also moved on was it was damaging to his mental aspects. And I feel like there's two ways this can go. When you play the gremlin, yes, it is very damaging to your mental health, because you can get very lost in the sauce, acting out chaotically, lashing out like being whatever. But for some people, and this also goes back to Dantes, some people use it as a kind of therapy, where they don't normally act like that, but they act along with their persona in a way to kind of broaden their thinking. They say the outlandish things so that way they can self-reflect on it and then learn from the situation,
They really do.
Yeah. And he did go on the record, the reason he does that is he does it for self-reflection, mental exercises.
And yeah, I mean, if you really want someone who really invested their image into being a gremlin, I would say if you're a League player, you would look at Kesha EU. I would say the biggest, he has to be the biggest Nunu and Willem player who is, I would say not even borderline, he is a full-fledged gremlin. He's basically the one that goes by Dante's, I would say he goes by Dante's virtue of being a content creator, but then also he took that up a notch. He goes so hard with it. You would never actually see a clip of Kesha being absolute mental, taking times to talk, or sharing experience as a real person. You would mostly see every clips of him just being an absolute nuisance on the game, getting clips of playing Nunu highlights and all that, which is great. He plays into that, but then that's also his choices. It's gonna be totally different to Joji or to our beloved Frank.
Just to tie this back to VTubing, I feel like a good example of kind of the gremlin persona, but also stepping away and kind of reinventing yourself in a way for also your better good is Gargura is probably the best example of this, because she spent so many years being
Oh,
Sensala.
we're not gonna do that to her today, are we? I don't think we should though.
No, I think it's okay to I think it's okay to talk.
You think it's
about.
appropriate? All right.
It's not like exactly a hidden topic or anything, you know.
Right.
I think, and also Nosagi has gone on to say that the concept of talking about the past life is starting to wear off as well. It's like starting to become a little bit more normalized because people are wanting to like know more about like their VTubers and like their career and like all the aspects of like their content creation and stuff. You know, it's starting to become less of a taboo. If that makes you feel better.
It could be a good thing that it was normalized, because for us VTuber, there's something that is just so taboo, in which I would feel like, you know, that's gonna be the things that we gotta talk about next.
Yeah.
But it's great if you think about how people, you know, kind of have more connections with their audience when they're able to share things that is a little bit more, I would say, what's the word? A little more familiar, like a past life experience, something that maybe everyone gets to enjoy, maybe everyone gets to experience. It's not gonna be everyone is going to be a VTuber, you know. There are so many unfortunate little souls that out there, they want to be a VTuber, but they don't have enough things that help them to be it, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing about how I feel like, if you just give me another minute, actually,
I got you.
It's actually taboo for people to talk about past life when it comes to VTuber. Sometimes it's about graduations, you know. For some people, it really is the taboo to really talk about how like a VTuber graduated, they move on and all that. It brings sorrow to the viewers, and also it brings sorrows to the person behind that avatar, you know.
And
but it was really just be something that you like before, and then just move on to something greater. That's okay.
So I think maybe the reason, and it's like, yeah, Devil's talking about like the graduation thing. It's becoming more common to like kind of swap characters, and therefore it's like it's becoming like a little bit more like normalized. I think this is due in part though to Niji Sanji, because of how terrible the working conditions have been like described as, how many people have been graduated, how much like infighting, bullying, like all this stuff is going on, that it's like it shifted the viewers view of like graduation from being like this sorrowful like bad thing to more of a, you need to get the heck out, you need to save yourself, we don't mind if you change characters, we just want you to get out and take care of yourself. And I think this is like started to kind of spread across the VTubing industry. It's like the normalization of just like changing characters, and that graduation isn't like also always like necessarily like a bad thing, you know.
It really does go to that extent. I mean, Niji Sanji has been shown to practice a lot of things that is, I would say, borderline taboo when it comes to VTuber community. Not to say that, you know, all of them could be wrong on many aspects, but then again, in which we really couldn't say.
Yeah.
It's such a hard topic to actually discuss about. It deserves a whole new talk show for it.
Yeah, like you can definitely go on and on about the situation surrounding like the decisions,
right?
Like leaving, changing characters, like the way corpos are being outed nowadays and stuff. It's like it's insane.
Yeah.
Like there's so many layers to it. But you know, I feel like we're slowly moving towards a future where I feel like we're going to be looking at this a little bit differently in the future. Because like
we have the goods of the bads on what is changing. You know, there's always the good and the bad of everything.
Yeah, and I feel like it's kind of slowing down a little bit lately. Like there hasn't been like too many like hot topics outside of just normal legal stuff that's been going on.
So this is where you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello, Natri. Welcome in. Also, hello, Cyber. Hello. Do they want?
Right, let me introduce you actually, because this is my mod Natri. He has been watching over my stream, and it seems like he found me here today, co-oping you.
Yeah, sorry, I kidnapped him.
The dear host.
I kidnapped him, Natri, I'm sorry.
Please don't be scared. Today Byxis is the host. Yes.
I'm hogging him all myself.
Got confused with the schedule. Oh, I'm sorry, because I don't I don't write my collab schedule. That's mostly what you will find on my, on the other people's schedules, not mine.
Ron, you need
In
a
which I think I
community
should change that.
post. You need a community post, Ron.
I could though, but I love this topic. So, what we have been talking about now, for anyone who is confusing or new to, catching on to the topic, we are basically discussing so many things that combine together to bring the aspect of of a VTuber experience,
Yeah.
And it comes both way, but mostly it will comes on the content, on the VTuber side instead of on the viewer side. So we get to share to you what it's like to be a VTuber. So maybe in the future I could really help to see some new prominent stars. I love it. Even for someone that is so small, I would love to see other people growing big and strong, because people bring so many colors to life.
I ate
Some can be a little dark.
Big and strong.
Oh, I don't even know what Toram is again. I still haven't touched Toram since you told me.
We need to do Toram together, Ron, please.
I'll think about it, actually. I like this doc. Yeah.
I'm slowly getting more experience of playing all the classes in the game. I'm so happy.
You seem like you're having a great time, actually.
Yeah.
And I will
go
be
buy
here
some
for a
stuff
little bit.
from the home point real quick.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, you can buy the upgrades from the Big Fox. Not Big Fox, Big Frog, right? If you need anything. So
Also,
let's step back a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So those we have discussed first experience, and then second the detrimental things to a VTuber physically, or even sometime mentally. You know the drill. And then we talk about the reason why to become a VTuber. Now let's talk to something a little bit more realistic to some people that is interested, right?
Okay.
I would like to start a conversation about how much a VTuber career would cost you.
That's interesting, because this has grown a lot over the years. There are so many different things now that are that include the cost of starting to become a VTuber. Because at first it was just you had two options. You could either go 3D or you could go 2D. 3D at the time was a little cheaper, but it just wasn't as good of a quality unless you shelled out the actual cost of a live 2D. Sometimes it's even double that, but nowadays, there's so many different types of VTubers. You can go live 2D, 3D, PNG. PNG has grown immensely. The quality and type of work of the artist highly dictate the price of your model now and stuff. And there's so many special artists as well that do a very peculiar type of model as well.
Right, that is very true, actually. Because for now, let's say, because I have only been so new to this industry, it took a little bit more to finally realize just how much a VTuber models, also, the things, let's just say the essentials, right? Because there's so many things. Let's make it simple. Let's call it the essentials.
Okay. Alright, so
many things cost them,
Yeah.
They're so costly. So let's put on average. One person can put around from $250 to highest in counting right now has to be, I think, Shy Lily's model, which is 9K, 9K USD.
Oh my god.
Yes. So let's just say the price range has come, miles away. First started into something that is so simple, not too much, let's just say enough for you to start a virtual career. With the starting point of, for say, around $250 for the model, right? This is without rig. This is only the art alone. This is what I realized. Yes, it's only the art.
Why are you getting $250 for just the art? I want to talk to your artist.
Well, get this. This is the cheapest you can get, especially for some, I would say, cheaper side of the globe, all right? So for say you could order like maybe artists in the different areas where the prices ain't that high. Like, it's very realistic. For say you order something from could say Philippine artist, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a Philippine artist can do like a 250. That's okay, right? It's very prominent. It's actually very real for Asia to actually sell some of these things like cheaper than you expected. And yes, American prices are just explosive. I would say as explosive as our arsenal of firearms. And price can range so high. I know how much your model costs. I'm looking at you, Byxis.
Yeah, I did disclose that to you, didn't I?
Yes, we talk about this when we first discussed this topic.
Because of how painful it was, and I had a talk with my mother who was
so
like,
let me just tell you guys the story, right? Before we came to this topic of discussing about VTubers, Byxis actually did in fact want to talk about how much a VTuber costs. And so, as the normal me, I work with IRS for our company. So, of course, I would like to know about the finances, the cost of it, in which we have estimated a redacted number for Byxis. It's not cheap.
That's not cheap, guys.
That's basically paying for, I would say, is it able to be like, can you pay rent for like 6 months with that kind of money?
Actually no, it would be more like 2 to 3 months with the money I spent.
Well, still, right?
But I think maybe I should explain the backstory of why, before we disclose the number, why
Yes.
I spent so much money on a VTuber model. And to be honest, so I'm gonna be honest, it was a bit of a like passion buy, something I was kind of like spending a whole year planning and organizing. But this was shortly after the Ian boom, the Hololive English Ian boom.
Yes.
And essentially, there were not a lot of studios or artists, or there was not like a lot of people out there to do the work of creating a VTuber model. I also know who created Made Mint's model, by the way. I don't remember their name now, but I actually saw Made Mint being created, by the way. Because of how many studios I tried to reach out to, and at the time they were all closed, and I did not have the experience or resources finding how to create a model, who to contact. I was just emailing random people, not getting responses, and I was fed up, and I was almost about to quit. But I was on Twitter, and I came across a studio that prices based on conveniency, and they are known as Heaven Mosaic Atelier, and they only open commissions every 6 months. So an hour while I was at work, I was sitting there throwing together this model, and like describing how I wanted it made and stuff, and I just barely kind of got in. And now, for big like studios, the way their pricing works is pretty much based on complexity, and like
it is.
Yeah, like how much of the rigging you want, what do you want on the rigging, like that sort of thing. And so yeah, it's like very expensive because they got to go through the creation process, and they got to determine what it is that you're trying to tell them, and like, so yeah, the art is very expensive. But this ultimately came up to, I believe I spent, I'm gonna disclose the number because like, I mean, it's been so long, and it's like I don't really care.
Yes.
I spent about 12 to or somewhere around 1,500 upfront USD. So, and then that was for the art, and then the rigging was the other half of the payment.
Yes.
But it took them about 6 months to make my model. I spent, I believe it was $2,871.98 on my model.
And well, the quality does show though, because now, guys, no matter how much you joke about our beloved wizard over here, who's, soon to be turned into a grand sage, I would say his model is really worth it for what he's spending. And to sharing with you guys these to really hope that you guys can appreciate, what we are trying to bring to the table for everyone to have a little bit of entertainment every day after work, after school, whatever, you know. So this is a real story. We VTubers could spend a lot and will spend a lot more, some just for the sake of entertaining you guys. Of course, it does not work to say, oh, you can't bring this into business-wise. We could definitely do a business. Our VTuber industry is growing big and it's growing strong. It's very real. But the thing here is, when we all started, what we really want to is to give you an experience nowhere you would ever find us. Like for say, you wouldn't just find two dorks, two introverted dorks sitting together going fishing, right? You would never see one with so much detail and then the other one looks like it was cut out from a cartoon.
You don't look like a cartoon.
I'm just saying, I'm taking a lot of inspiration from rabbit hole videos, the animation.
Now, I will say, there is a downside to how I had my model made.
Mm-hmm.
And that downside is the fact that I am a very fresh content creator that on the scene. I have right now almost 3 years experience. I am only just now getting into like learning editing, voiceovers, trying to plan more collaborations, reaching out to more people, kind of juggling my IRL life with like the increasing demand of like my streaming life. And what I'm getting at is, while I did spend a lot on my model, it's not going to be for everybody, and I don't recommend going to like out and spending a lot of money and saving it up. I recommend that if you don't have experience, especially with marketing and like getting your content out like every single week and stuff like that, it is much better for you to slowly build your brand from the bottom up by getting something a little bit cheaper, in my opinion.
Starting off could be easy, but once you grow up and then you go with the quality and then everything, you get your quality control going, you get everything start off. Yeah, you'll be okay. It's like you having a rough start, but then also once you gather enough experience, it's kind of smooth sailing from there. And to think that some people could take decades or even more decades, 2 decades together just to actually feel that bits of success when it comes to being a content creator. It's wild. Us on the chart and also like achieving our milestones is still very minuscule to some people that has been here for so long. But then they are also the people that we look up on to be like, one day we will be like this. We just need to have enough commitment, stabilize our costs, and trying to generate revenue, getting return on investment, and also just grow as a content creator.
Also, this is not a date. I just want to say that right now. This is not a date. I see you, Leah.
Hey, you could say a date, but make sure you say it's a bro date.
Yeah, it's a bro date.
He could kiss me goodnight, and I wouldn't call that gay. Okay.
Also, they told me how to meow. I have my voice now.
We have 3 meows. We have a hiss if you do Control G.
Yeah.
And then a purr if you do Alt G.
Alt G. Oh. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm gonna hit that. Yeah.
I just make an entire video about it. Expected return. Let me enjoy this bromance. I'm sorry, chat.
I have to say, Ron, I'm very glad that we met all those years ago. Which, by the way, I have officially known. Actually, I want to say it's like I've been doing content creation for almost 3 years, but I've known Ron for about 2 years that time. which we just had our friend anniversary just like what was it, like 2 days ago?
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe it. We actually met each other like 1 month before your birthday even.
Yeah, it was like, and I think like our birthdays are very similar. Like I think you're like a few days after mine.
Oh no, I think you got the wrong one.
I got the wrong what?
No. Yeah, you got the wrong birthday, man.
I have the wrong birth. What do you mean I have the wrong birthday?
You got the wrong birthday. Wink, wink.
Huh?
Oh, buddy, it's okay. We'll talk about that a little bit later, actually. But okay.
So
all right. Actually, if you so will to go back to one of the topics, something that is a little detrimental, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you do play a character as your VTuber character, right? A little thing that seems to be a very real situation for some people is that they can't. Nice dip, by the way. That got me lost my focus for one. Okay, so the thing that is very real to us VTubers is that sometimes we can't fully keep our image up. Sometimes we slip, and every VTubers, every content creators, we slip multiple times, right? So let's say sometimes let's just say I do play a character and then I kind of slips up and oh no, oh boy, a little mistakes, oopsie daisy, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. Now get this, right? You would call me Ran. You can call me, you can call me Kinbekami. You can call me whatever, right? But I would say, I'm not gonna be your partner in Elden Ring.
I'm just saying, we could dye you a little blue.
We can rearrange that. Oh, it's gonna cost you a little bit, Byxis. I'm not gonna do this for free.
It's okay. I got the money.
Oh yeah, he definitely has the money.
We'll just dye a little blue, slap on 2 arms,
But yes. So even for me right now, what you guys are seeing me, right? What you're seeing me on the screen right now, it would be to say, yes, I am, in fact, one of the people that is playing a character. Now, you could take more time to really explain it to your audience, right? And I would say you should. Even for Byxis, where if he wants to explain what is he trying to achieve here, or what character he's playing, why is it like that, that's fine. I think for our audience, I would say you could really listen to these. These are some of the things that you could really either take a lesson for or, make a good clip from it. Either way, it's fun. But at least for me,
like with personalities, you kind of need to set the boundaries of it, otherwise it can get out of control.
Yes, but at least for me as Ran right now, I am playing a hard character. It's actually very hard to really put yourself on a character that is diligent, right? Something, it's not easy to really make like a tired voice where sometimes you would just go like, hello guys, welcome to the stream. Today I need some more coffee. It's not always gonna be raspy. It's not always gonna be so tiring. So even though, yeah. But then you can also improvise. I would say I broke my character. Yes, I broke so many times. But then I also improvise it to really, I would say to have a middle standpoint where I would still be me, but then I will also be somewhat, I would say, a better version of Ran that I am, that I had in picture in my mind. Because get this, when I started Ran is actually my achievements manifested into a character. So this character that you see on the screen right here is everything that the real me behind the screen really wants to be.
And I think that's also the same thing for me as well. Like, being Byxis was kind of a separation of me from, like, my past, like, IRL life and, like, what I wanted to be, like, going forward. And I'm very happy with, like, how far I've come with, like, my growth. It's like, I do not like talking to people. Like, it's very hard for me to talk to people because, like, I have like my own issues surrounding that. But it's like by being Byxis, I feel like I have kind of slowly like started overcoming like that little like over that part of me.
That's well, it is character development for many aspects.
Yeah, so I get the like envisioning like the person like you want to be and like what do you want to improve on. Like I totally get that.
So even that, like at least for me, I would say, so how even for how real it is, I would say I'm halfway there to become Ran,
Yeah.
So I tried my best to be diligent, but hey, there are just many times that I'm just so lazy I wouldn't want to get up. There are some days I don't even want to call in for work. I just want to sleep.
Dude, I think that's all of us. Like, I don't want to go into work on a daily basis. I just want to stream.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But I also know I don't need to overstream because my poor little voice cannot handle it.
We kind of strain. Okay, another thing detrimental about VTubers is that even for content creators, we strain our voice a lot. Yep. No, we're not dropping topic though. Just a quick hot take. Everybody is gonna strain their voice at least once in their VTuber career.
I'm gonna say a funny, but I've been getting advice from the throat queen as she's been dubbed, Narissa Ravencroft.
Oh no, Narissa.
Yeah, so something I do now to kind of help with my voice and my recovery is I was listening to Bibu and Narissa, and they mentioned this like Chinese type of like medicine. It's not really medicine. It's basically like an herbal cough syrup type thing, but it's not like it doesn't have like anything that you would like find in like cough syrup.
Those things are actually super hard to consume.
It's I will say it's very thick because it's just like the herbs and everything like just kind of like turned into a gel. But it's actually
usually
very easy for me to like, I guess.
Really,
drink.
you actually took those? I remember I took those one, but then I feel like I want to vomit.
Yeah, well, I mean,
mostly
I
it's just it's too viscousy,
and it
very
stuck
on your throat.
I agree.
Yes. It does stuck on your throat though. That is something I do not like. It's too viscousy to stuck on your throat. You can imagine like you're drinking, you're drinking cornstarch water, but then your throat is also constantly punching it.
Honestly,
it's
I
that
haven't
kind
really
of
had
viscous,
that issue, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm very prone to like choking on my food sometimes, but I haven't had that issue with this medicine.
Oh really? Well, that's fortunate. That's nice.
And I will say it's very hard to get out of the cup. Like I swear I look like a dog, like repeatedly like trying to eat whatever's like left in the bowl. That like one little kiblet that's just like in that one corner you just cannot seem to get into your mouth.
You really should not call yourself that. Just get up and use a spoon or something.
Well, see, it's like I have to measure it, So I use a cough syrup cup, because like it has the perfect measurement thing on the side, and but then I look like a dog trying to sit there and lick
just
remaining...
tip it upside down so everything just drips onto your throat or something.
So
don't just.
It's so viscousy.
You can't just lick it like a little puppy.
Because then it's so sticky and it gets all over me, and then I'm like, I gotta go take a shower to get it off.
Technically all syrups are consist of also sugar, so it's bound to be sticky.
It's so sticky. Like I get like a little bit on me. I'm like washing my hand with Dawn for like 5 minutes. Like,
oh god, yeah, it's actually like that.
And then it's like when I go to open the jar, I swear it glues it shut. And I gotta sit there.
Does it?
Strong arm
it. Because these syrups, when they're cooled, or like when you put them in like even your fridge alone, because the consistency of the syrup, it's so thick, it can actually be like you freeze that thing shut, and then you have to try and open it like a like a jar of pickle.
Oh my gosh.
You kind of have to sometimes.
Yeah, I say jar pickle way easier to open than that jar.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, because also the fact that you have to deal with a sticky cap.
Man.
So yeah, that's the thing. Oh,
The
well,
price we
speaking of
pay for,
Nerissa
taking
though,
care of our throats.
have you heard the clip from Elizabeth?
I just started watching Elizabeth, actually.
Her clip on singing voices is so dynamic, it makes me want to practice singing. And actually, that's one thing. You sometimes grow beyond your expectation as a VTuber.
Yeah.
Sometimes you realize, oh, maybe I can't sing, maybe I can't do voiceover. But you grow to really be able to do that, either with or without any motivation from from outside. Like for say, nobody has to like really pushes you to do that. Sometimes you can just kind of realize because like you see people do it, and sometimes we say humans are actually the same as monkey. Monkey see, monkey do. We can look at people who singing so well, we can actually like start singing. And I think one of the VTuber in the Vietnamese community actually makes me want to sing a bit.
See, I want to sing, but I just do not. I don't know how to practice properly. I don't know how to improve my singing voice. Like, and it's like I'm not gonna lie. I sit there and I sing Gargura karaoke on the way to work like every single day, and it's like I swear I sound better. When I'm pretty sure I'm tone deaf. I cannot match tone. I have to mimic it. So I have to be like directly listening to someone else sing to like kind of get the tone, and like I just do not feel like I do very well.
So the thing about singing is that nobody is actually tone deaf. You
Really?
can, yes, well, because they usually say, I think in Vietnamese they usually say, to sing more is better than to sing well, Like, you would just practice so much in order to make it, well familiarized with the tone that you want to hit. And then you just kind of realize, oh, it's naturally there. So for the people who does not practice singing, they would actually have a harder time compared to the people who just, strain their throat, just trying to have a time that they enjoy it. So sometimes, maybe even for me, right? I used to dislike singing so much. But even on my stream, I could really just start off like a portion of a song out of nowhere, start singing like 2 to 3 lines, and then just call it a day. It's okay. You really can just do like 2 to 3 liners, and then you can kind of realize, oh, hey, I'm singing. And then it's great.
I love that, because like I want to do that all the time. You know what my problem is, though?
Yes.
Remembering the daggum lyrics.
Ah, yeah, the lyrics is one thing. But then always remember, singing is also about feeling it. If you don't feel like you're singing, you're never gonna be able to sing.
You know what my problem is? I always feel like I want to sing Bee-Boo Brainrot songs.
Go for it.
I mean, I can remember.
Byxis, what do you think when Christmas is coming? I heard the song from, I think, one of the page when it comes to Blue Archive's terrible memes, right?
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Yeah. What do you think when I would just casually, bursting out Christmas song, but in absolute brain rot, absolute brain rot lyrics, like, skibbity, huck to or huck to. Yeah. Skibbity king who gives a blum king.
So bad.
Yeah. Edging and gooning and learning to munch.
Oh my gosh.
Drippy cheese all over my lunch. Yeah, you thought I have this voice because I just, I just listened to it. No, I kind of have to put myself out there. So, yeah.
Man.
Once you get to it, you will get to it, basically.
I will say, I do feel like I have been singing better, but it's like, man, I just have such a hard time with high notes.
Yeah.
Also, yes, Natri, I am aware that Ron is a corporate tuber.
Yes, well. And I mean, singing will become a part of me. I'll be sure of that. But then also,
You mean Idle Ron?
Technically speaking,
You
yeah,
gonna
my
like
boss
start
kind of wants me
selling
to be an
glow
idol.
stick light merch or like
He
glow stick merch?
okay.
That
So
way I
the
can cheer
thing
you on from the
that
crowd like an Oshinoko.
yeah, the thing about the higher ups in my company is that they want me to not just be someone who deal with the IRS. They also want me to be the one that deal with IRS while singing his lungs out. Yes,
Dude, I'm not
it's
gonna
very
lie.
dynamic.
If I saw someone walk in to 1v1 the IRS and then break into dance and song in the middle of it, I'd be like, man, that guy is unstoppable. I ain't gonna mess with that guy.
Hey, I mean,
That is a
imagine me last month filing my tax and then I just start throwing up throwing up Bruno Mars songs
dude, I
and
would be
start doing maybe
legit
talking to the
intimidated.
moon,
I would
whatever.
be so intimidated. I'd be like, man, this guy is up, like is insane. Also, Liv here is asking a good question. What is a corporate tuber?
So think of corporate tuber as someone who's also working, corporal. Like, for say you have an agency, or you have not even projects, agency. You have like proper investment. You have a proper KPI running. Deadlines, doing basically normal things. But now as a VTuber. So what does corporal VTuber actually have? They have specific deadlines, specific goals, a milestone you need to reach, like
You know,
trying to reach out and learning marketing and all that. Yes,
I
we
think
do that.
maybe if we break it down a little further, corporate
Mhm.
VTubing is basically like there's only so much you can do as an indie, and sometimes you don't have access to resources or like other means of like growth or handling merch. Maybe there you've got too much on your plate with the IRL between work and streaming. Corporate VTubing is kind of like a little bit of like an exchange. In exchange
Yeah.
for you being a talent that makes content of entertainment for a corporation to appease the fans and provide value, they basically there's like a little bit of give and take, and they help you with these things that otherwise normally like on your own you probably wouldn't have the time or resources to handle. And so you
Hmm.
kind of have a bit of like a symbiotic relationship in a more like official like business setting, to where you can like maybe gain access to resources.
Yeah, but even think of it to be like a little bit closer, right? You guys remember how Twitch and YouTube pays out you? Yeah, think
Yeah.
of you as working for YouTube, but instead of actually being like so fully committed to enhancing YouTube as a platform, you're the individual that makes money from YouTube, and
Yeah.
it still counts as corporal, kind of,
Now I will
not
say
entirely.
the cost is a little bit different because like while you are being paid by the platform, most agencies, since they're giving you their brand as another platform for like marketing and engagement,
That's
and
right.
sometimes there's a pre-existing audience that comes with it, there are costs on your side that come out of that. So not only is YouTube taking a cut of like what you're doing, but also you have to think like you need to pay some tithes or something to the agency as well, so that way they also have a little bit of money here and there and revenue income, so that way they can provide you with these resources and continue to do so, and as well as like fun projects and stuff.
Yep.
And I
And
think this is why
what's
so
the
many
worst
people
thing?
want to join one, like
We joined that because here's the thing: we were never we were never taught or really instructed to really find the details that could really aid us on doing such things, like we need to really research on like how to earn on YouTube and all that. Like nobody is there to really taught us, but we kind of have to, I would say, struggle in quicksand to really find a way to get up and then be here where we are, where we learn about these. But for all young content creators, or potential content creators even, don't be discouraged of what we're saying.
yeah.
Everyone should have a chance to grow, and I feel like you guys will learn this sooner or later, and once you got that graphs in your hand, you will be able to grow exponentially.
I think if you're on the fence about being a content creator, I think
Mhm.
like say what you will about the person, but I think
Yes.
the best Bible to follow for like if you truly want to commit, and I mean like you really want to commit, look up Nux Taku the algorithm. It is
Oh.
one of the most in-depth explanations of like what to expect from being a content creator I've ever seen in my life.
That is actually true. Okay, Nux Taku has been quite of a heat because people had been pointing out where he kind of takes advantage a lot on. Was it reaction content? Yeah, I think it's reaction
He
content.
does reaction content, but he also organizes a lot of collaborations with like other VTubers. But I think the thing that really got him in hot, mostly the most basic issue with Nux Taku is basically he is clickbait. Like through and through,
Yes.
he is a clickbait YouTuber, and honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You want to chase the bag, go get the bag. But I think the controversy came from the V-Shoujo incidents, because it was.
Well, I
it was a
mean, to
great
be
divide
real
there.
though, Nux kind of did nothing wrong when it comes to.
Oh no, yeah, I've seen the
Content
story. I
creator
agree,
business.
but like you still got like there's still two sides, like there's still two parties though. You know, like they each have like their own.
Well, I mean, in I would say in community etiquettes, we would call him a delinquent.
Yeah.
We would, but for say, business-wise, he did nothing wrong. Think of it this way: for us VTuber experiencing with, like, let's say this, right? For us VTuber experiencing with clickbait, it was actually kind of like you go mine for copper, but you struck gold.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's nothing
Clickbait
wrong with
is not bad.
like being like a more like logical, like taking a more logical approach
Mm-hmm.
to content creation. It's just like everyone's gonna have like their opinion on like how you go about doing
Yes.
it. You know?
That. But well, because you gotta have to understand, like, take this with a grain of salt, if you will. But content creation, clickbait is not wrong. What is wrong is up to how you present your clickbait. So for say, I have a very clickbaity thumbnail for say my short, right? Let's say I have a short on fighting me playing Monster Hunter World, me fighting a Raytheon, right? But what if I say I just put the title as "This is me fighting the Raytheon"? Do you think that's gonna be appealing?
Nah.
But what if I say office, what if I were to put this? Office worker violates the Raytheon. You would click on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it describes more action.
But because there is also something you need to understand when you're making clickbait is that you kind of have to understand the culture behind the content that you make. So for say, let's actually go back to Monster Hunter thing, right? Yes, that's a monster in Monster Hunter, and that is where the culture comes from. You have to understand the content that you make in order to make the clickbait of it. So that is why when people say if you're just gonna give a raw, let's say you just give like an absolute raw reaction video and then you don't understand what's going on about the reaction, that clickbait is just not gonna work. You're bound to mess that up like 80% of the time.
With reaction, you got to keep this in mind when you're doing a reaction video, and this is the best advice you're ever going to receive on a reaction is you need to add value, because the reason it's legal to re-upload a reaction and like have someone else's content is you are doing what is called a transformative work to it, and you need to add value. Yes, you also kind of need some elements of clickbait to the title, but you need to add information or provide some type of value, entertainment. You need to transform the work from the original.
Do you realize just how boring reaction content can be? Like for say, okay.
But I find it very informative, and I think Asmongold is a great example of it, because I love watching his reactions, because he usually adds some value of information to it.
You really love to pick the big names, huh? I mean, Asmongold, at least he's on the good side of the company, on the side of now. Because if you're gonna pick someone like Hassan, it's not gonna work out. Yep. Yeah, I do my research.
Also, the reasons I'm picking out the big names is
Yeah.
They're the best examples in my opinion, and also they're the ones I'm
Yeah.
currently like watching at the moment.
Asmon Gold is one of the good ones. But then again, if you really want something that is informative reaction, right, and also documenting and all that, I would say CoffeeZilla.
Yeah, Coffee's a good one. Yeah.
CoffeeZilla is a great one, especially if you also want to learn about cryptos and all, like crypto schemes and all that. That's the place you go.
Also,
like, we all have that one part.
Here's clickbait for you. Asmon Gold finally cleaned his house. That's some good.
Oh,
right there.
come on. So yes, clickbaits are no exception to anyone. Real streamer, content creator, content reactors, VTubers, we do that all the damn time. It's part of the growth, but to understand the culture, understand the concept, putting another value to it, be transformative about what you're doing is also what really makes clickbait shine. Like, okay, let's take Jaden Animation for 1 second. She's clickbaity, but her content really does spin around the clickbait that she does.
Yeah.
Like she's just gotta put on like a really good thumbnail with all of her Pokemon plushie on it, and you'll be like, I want to click on that because I love Pokemon. Yep, clickbait. Yeah, and then when you click on it, yep, there it is. It's not just a bait. It's content.
Exactly what the
you
content
get
is.
what you want.
Yeah, it's exactly the content that you're paying, that you're wanting to watch.
Exactly. So that is why we say, even for doing clickbaits, us VTubers, content creators, whatever, blah blah blah, everyone. Let's just say everyone, so it's easy, right? We understand the culture, we understand the concept, and we will tend to blend everything to I would say stabilize and like a very good middle ground for everything to work out.
I also kind of, clickbait can also be very good for growth opportunities, by the way. It's not just you trying to attract an audience, but you can also use it as a way to expand your audience. And what I mean by that, and I think the best communities that reinforce this are MMO games and gacha games, because
present him to the people that is actually like doesn't know you, but then also wants to be introduced to new content.
Yeah, and it's like this also goes to the transformative thing. It's like you have a lot of people that are like, they title their videos, 10-year WoW veteran tries RuneScape for the first time type thing, It's transformative.
That
you're getting a different opinion. You're getting to see different playstyle,
Now, because thumbnails for VTuber can be lazy, but then that's most of what we can do. And also, I feel like 25%, 25% of the thing that we do is also depending on the algorithm. Sometimes algorithm really wants to favor a certain thing, And for us right now, it's basically our face, our face with text and weird bingy-bajingy in the back.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I much rather the anime art than looking at the same shocked expression of a human face.
I would rather have multiple fan arts on making content, or maybe just reusing some art instead of just whoa face.
IRL streamer video is them with a
just their face
with their hands on their face going, oh my gosh.
I have been ordering more arts to make my thumbnails. Yes, they are still a little lacking, but Byxis has realized the number has been increasing, and he's a little concerned.
I just don't have the money for art, man. I don't know how you pay for all of it.
We could really hook you up with some cheap artists that can do really good art.
Dude, I swear, I have such a hard time finding good price artists. Because, if I found a good price artist, you better believe I'd be hitting them up 24/7.
Yeah.
I would love to find someone to just shill money at. I just don't want to shill, $100 for a chibi,
Yeah, I do have some people for you, actually.
Oh my gosh, please.
But then also because
my game is dying.
Oh my god, it's okay. You're doing good.
I'm trying so hard.
Cyber is also onto something real good. Something about our thumbnails, VTuber thumbnails. Let's talk VTuber thumbnails, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we we are slowly being generalized by the things that the people like. Now, this is not to say that we blame you for what you're watching, but it's kind of like to say we blame us for trying to appeal to you guys a little too hard. And then we kind of lose our own touch to it, right?
I agree.
So, I'm going to be a little mean. I'm going to be a little obnoxious. And I would say I will point out Bow the Well, Shy Lily, and some other...
Okay.
Yeah, yes, kind
I'm
of going
ready.
that route. Okay. Before that, let's put a disclaimer. I love you guys, but your thumbnails are slowly showing that you have a lot of thirst trap and you're sexualizing a lot of your thumbnail.
This is the part of the community I don't really like.
Mhm.
The thirst trapping it's so rampant, and I'm like, I would rather get to know you for your personality, your opinion on your content, than the events and stuff that you can like do.
Yes.
Rather than seeing you occasionally moan into your microphone, like please just like, man.
Right. I mean, even to put it in such a simple way, right? We would like to see your smile instead of seeing you flash your titties on the thumbnail.
Yeah. I don't need to see your booba
No
go
joke.
up and down
No
like
joke.
the wheels on the bus for the 100th time in the stream.
We
just wanna see you play the game.
love jiggle physics, but we also love to hold hands. Okay.
Yeah, we like to have deep and meaningful conversations, you know.
We're not all unga bunga, oh titties and ass. All right.
Says the person
If I were to
currently
say.
failing No Nut November.
You see, these are the moments where I slip from my own introverted personality, but then to really come back to who I am deep in within. In which to say, this is a shill. You guys should really follow me to see what is gonna be unveiled in the future. You guys might like it.
Oh, ayo, project.
Yes, project. Even you too, Byxis. You should wait. You should look forward to it.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Yes. But so for say some thumbnails, right? So thumbnails, some thumbnails we just do for say, let's take an example for me. I do cute ones. I do chibi thumbnails. I slap them on. I kind of according them to my topics of what I'm doing. So let's say I do Minecraft engineering. Yeah, I put on my engineer commission art, and then I'll be like, hey, let's do some engineer on Minecraft. Yeah, there you go. It's not entirely clickbait, but it's very on point, right? Sometimes clickbait doesn't even work, but hey.
I've just been
So
working on my
when you
text.
start looking onto let's say a wall of so many videos from your favorite VTuber and even Clippers, by the way. Even Clippers has to abuse this in order to really get their
Oh yeah,
attention.
most definitely.
Which is basically, oh hey, put on your face, but if even better, sexualize it. Getting the thirst trap on, people will click on it, they will watch at least for like, at most, if a clip, maybe they watch to 1 minute, and if it doesn't really fit them, they click away, but hey, you earn yourself a view anyway,
And like
right?
with Clippers, like I'm not gonna lie, the subscription ratio is very low because you are technically re-uploading someone's work. So it's like if you're small, like man, the subscription ratio is very low for those guys, and I swear they do amazing work, and very few of them blow up. In the
you
community.
just can't underestimate how much Clipper has done to us.
But yeah,
Clippers
yeah,
have done so much.
Yeah, they do help
right?
a lot. I'm not
Now,
bashing them at all.
How to say? No, not bashing, but I feel like we should really give them some spotlight right here, because for Clippers to understand that they are like free external shell for us VTubers and even content creators too. Imagine when someone likes you so much to clip you and then upload it on YouTube, and then people just find that clip, right? That's free advertisement. You never understand why, but then you really appreciate it. Yeah, very smart marketing. They get their cuts. We get our cuts. We make more content they like. They cut the stream and they cut the moments people want to see.
And it also saves time on like the streamer themselves as well.
You can call this a symbiotic if you want to go for science talk,
It's very symbiotic relationship.
Yes, it's very much a symbiotic relationship, and it's very positive. It's like a positive symbiotic. Sometimes, for some, it could be parasitic, right? So, for say, you will go in a route where you met you met a clipper that's not doing so good on his job. He's kind of just cut the stream, adding some lines of like dub to it and call it a day, and then you thought that people would just want to look at that. It's not transformative. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
But then they still get the thing, but then you kind of got left with an impression of, oh, they're not as good as I wanted them to be. This clip is not good, so maybe they're not good, So then it kind of causes more harm. So this is why when you say, clippers of all clippers, the good one shines, but the bad one really ruins it. It's not to say that, oh, I'm gonna say so many bad things about some of the editors that are still new or not really good with their job. I want to say that you guys can really improve your games. We would love to see it. I personally enjoy a lot of the effort that my editors put out to make all the shorts that I'm churning out.
Your editors are goated.
Oh, I am so glad I have him. It's such a bless.
It's like when you're like being a clipper or even being an artist, you gotta think of it. Why are you into this? Like, you're obviously not just into it to represent your Oshi. You're not just into it for the views or the subscriptions. But for a lot of people, this is a business. Like it's an opportunity to show off your editing skills, your artistic talent, and to in some way, like maybe eventually like use that to translate it into like your own growth with like with the community and the recognition and like maybe also like getting something out of it like for yourself. So it's very much a business thing as well, and it's like a good opportunity to like kind of like grow your skill set.
And it goes a little extend to that, right? So how about we expand it a little bit? Let's say the clippers, they kind of started. We will say editors and clippers, most of them started on goodwill, right? They kind of have interest in this. They pick it up as like a hobby and all that, right? For one of the biggest Hololive clippers, they grow to be transformative, and then they could make a living out of it, but then Hololive also has this whole like do not make money out of clips and all that, But then it's just to show they can. Yeah, they can, and they could affiliate. Yes, that's a good word, Nat. Thank you.
Yeah.
They really could affiliate and also generate their own incomes out of their talents. So it went from something that is just side project, like a little, I would say like a little hobby that they have, but then it extends to a whole business, and it's great. It's basically, it does show that, not everything is bad about corporal and everything like that. Like, oh, hey, it's not all doom and gloom. It grows.
Ron,
yes.
I know we mentioned just for like a moment, like, some clippers eventually, like, they also like showcase their personality in the style of edits that they do.
Yes.
I've got this name in my head and I haven't checked on him in a while, but who was Rushia's clipper again? What was his name?
Ooh, I don't remember either.
Because
that is a good question.
That is a good example of a clipper with personality. Like, he does...
There's so much personality.
Yes, Soda! Yes, Soda! Which, by the way, I need to check on Soda. Like I need to check on that man, because, like, honestly, like, he's been going through a downward cycle, but,
well, one thing about Soda is that he fits the content that back then Rusia was making, and in which, that was beautiful. And then whatever unfold we don't talk about.
Yeah. But, I mean, he's still keeping with his style of editing, though, and it's like, you can kind of get a glimpse into his personality a little bit through it.
We do.
But I will say, I have to check on him every once in a while, because, like, one time, like, oh, yeah, Soju! Yes, Soju! Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, ever since the incidents, you know, like, I swear, I feel like his sanity's dropping, like, a lot.
Yeah.
Because,
So,
like, he's
well,
also a very big fan. Like he has an Oshi.
Doesn't he like kind of extend his Oshi's roster in a little bit so that he start doing more clips?
He has a type though. But he has been like focusing on Bee-Boo. I think he tried doing one of the Ian girls, but I don't think it was well received, and I think he got discouraged, so he moved on to like Bee-Boo or something. I forgot.
I don't know
who
if that was
clipping
Fauna
after,
because.
Rushia.
So I think a lot of times when I watch Fauna's clip and then people are just kind of like, it's not there. It doesn't feel there yet because Fauna is all. You know what? Now speaking on someone who works with their editors a lot, when I watch Fauna, I feel like a lot of her content really shines on the sarcasm that she presents on stream.
Oh yeah, she's very sarcastic.
Yeah, her sarcasm is the thing that really makes her shine because like she could joke around and then be sarcastic about it. Like it's great, right?
I will say, Fauna, like I swear, like her fan base get a little parasocial sometimes.
Oh yeah, but then well, I mean, again, another problem with Vtubing. A lot of you guys are very parasocial. No, I'm being dead serious. Some of you guys I have seen has been super parasocial. Yep, I'm dropping the bomb here. I'm sorry. You know, breaking my character, dropping a whole bomb. You know what? Here you go, Byxis. Hold up.
Huh?
Here. Wait. Let me just give me a sec. All right. Here's a whole grenade for you.
Oh my gosh! Ah!
Yes, that's just to show how big this problem is. So before we wrapped up for today, actually, let's have a quick dive on what parasocialism has done to us.
Yes.
Are you brave enough to venture in this topic?
You know, I have a hot question to add to it.
Yes, go on.
Is it wrong to like sometimes like develop a level of parasocialness in the opposite direction? Because like, man, I'm not gonna lie, I love every single one of my viewers.
Now, you loving your viewers is okay. I would say
But,
every
like,
level of parasocialism
like
is something that you
I
worry
get
about.
emotionally attached sometimes.
That's okay. That is what you say. That's not parasocialism. That's what you call resonating.
Are you sure? Because like, I'm not gonna lie, it feels parasocial sometimes.
So, think of it this way. You can understand what your viewers are feeling, and you know the feeling can be mutual, right? But does it stop there? Like, does it really just stop on like a safe space where it's only a feeling that is mutual and it's beneficial? You kind of have to ask yourself that question.
I gotta go look in the mirror.
Does-
I gotta go look in the mirror, guys.
Yes.
I'm gonna
So
have to go look in the mirror.
let me just ask chat, right? Even for the people that is watching Byxis right now, do you think that your relationship with your Oshi or just with your favorite VTubers, let's say Byxis right now, do you feel like it's healthy? Do you seek out for him to really talk, discuss, and have fun? Or do you look for him on stream to really just let everything out inside of you, right? Because those are two different things. So let's say one beautiful day, Cyber can come to you and be like, "Hey man, I really love this augmented arm. Like, what if you want to bring it to like alien isolation, right?" That is resonation. Right? That's resonating.
Right.
You are resonate the feelings, the you have things that you enjoy together with your viewers. That's great. Now, parasocialism is where you would go everywhere and start going something like, "I know you. I know what you did. Hey,
Okay,
can
so
I talk to you about the most personal thing in life?"
Maybe I'm good then.
Yes.
Maybe I'm not as far gone as I thought.
Exactly. So the thing is, parasocialism is when you start giving a little too much of yourself to them and expecting them to give it a lot back too. Right? Because when it ends on a mutual interest, it's just so simple. It's, it's all good in games when it's just something that you guys enjoy. Right? So even now, there is a very thin line between talking about life and being parasocial, being parasocial. Like, it's very thin. Right? So for say, you could have one day start streaming where you start yapping with people and then you realize you talk a little too much about your life, right? That's where that's where parasocialism starts. But when you are talking about your life, but then you end up on a note where people can relate to you and stop right there, doesn't go too personal to it, that's where resonate starts. So to really differentiate and also to understand why these are important is to help you develop a very healthy relationship between a content creator and also a viewers. Prevent what is parasocialism and really to promote and put up a beautiful resonation with your viewers. Understand what they like, let them understand what you like, and then we stop there. Don't go too personal on it. So, yes. So, you could say that's a hot take for me on parasocialism, but I would say yes. Viewers can get very parasocial, and you guys kind of have to really set out your boundaries. Sometimes we don't want to know what you have to tell, and sometimes you would not want to know what is a little too personal about us, and it's not cool either. So there you go. Hot take.
Hey,
really
Ron.
hot. Go ahead. I know what you're holding.
Why is it not working? I just sent me flying, and I can't do the same to you. Oh gosh.
Oh, because mine's the upgraded one.
What? Oh snap.
Just a little chase before we end the day. Oh! I sent you flying. You better stand up, boy.
Oh my gosh.
What? So yeah, thank you guys for inviting me and also joining us on Introverted Fishing today. I feel like this is a extensive but a really enjoyable time for yapping.
Do we want to do this again in the future, possibly?
Hmm. I love these,
do
right?
some more talk show type stuff.
On one of my goals as Rand Kinbekami, I actually do have hosting multiple talk shows. So yes, I do want to.
Okay, alright, so we can fulfill that goal a little bit.
We can. I'm down. But yes. So, until the next Friday, or should I say a little bit better, until next time, we will come back to you with another Introverted Fishing.
I think
what?
Are we doing Monster Hunter next week, or fishing?
Sure, we can do Monster Hunter next week, but I should really change this name up a little bit. It's not just Introverted Fishing. Why would we call it web fishing when we can call it yap fishing?
Yeah, yap fishing.
Yeah, so see you guys next time on the Yap Fishing. Thank you all for sitting so long to listen to all what we have to say. This has been a really good experience.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. I know this isn't our normal live stream time. It's just a really good time frame for Ron and I to kind of get together and talk about things, to do some games, do some funnies. It's not necessarily like a normal thing, but we will be kind of trying to stay consistent with this in the future, whenever time allows us. But thank you guys for coming out. I will see you all later, and go check out Ron. The link is down below in the description. Go check him out. Go give him some love, and I will see you all later. Bye bye. I used my phone on accident. Dang.
Wow.
I wasted my bait.
Well, I can't lie. That has been way better than we expected.
1 second. I'm gonna break down the stream real quick.